Well, yeah, first of all, he gave me the opportunity to, probably about 10 years old, to start my internship. So I was with him in St. Louis. I went as well to the Baltimore Ravens. So I've been to a couple of different teams, the Giants and the Dolphins. And last year I was with the Seattle Seahawks. So, he was prepping me for this opportunity. And then when he called, I was ready to jump at the opportunity before. I wasn't really into it. For the last 10 years, I've been doing radio and television. So, training a lot of kids on the off season, getting ready, prepared for their college training camps and OT, getting ready for combines and stuff like that. I had the opportunity to really get used to these guys, so it just was a good transition for me.
What makes him stand out as a coach? Why has he been so successful at molding different defenses?
Well, the details. He really do a lot of detailed stuff with the guys, and he harp on that, getting to the ball and scooping the ball. And you see guys out there those first couple of series really out there just busting their hump, but you really just have to really buy into the system, and the system is really fun to play in, especially as a corner. As a linebacker, you have an opportunity to drop, you have a lot of opportunity to blitz and do different things, so it's just, you're not locked into one specific thing, just a linebacker just blitzing all the time or dropping in different coverages. You give you an opportunity to play multiple different coverages and do different things.
When it comes to Tavares Ward, what attributes do you like and what do you have him?
He's long, man. He's a very long corner, so just got to work on his little small details because he really haven't been in this system before. Last year was a lot of man-to-man, so now you got to transition from man-to-man and play zone. A lot of different movements, especially from this offense. They give you a lot of different things, a lot of different personnel, a lot of different movements. So just training his eyes, and he's learning very well. So hopefully it'll be able to click in sooner or later. It's really still his rookie year. He has a couple more games before he's a veteran, but he's learning. He's picking it up. So hopefully he'll be able to use that length and his ability to make plays down the field. That's one of the things that we're really going to try to harp on with him because he has that long length. And when you have bigger, taller wide receivers down the field, he's able to fight for the ball.
And what about Mark Fields? How was his transition to the pros?
Mark Fields is doing very well. He ran one of the fastest times at the combine, and it's showing. He's had opportunity to cover Nicole and as well as 10, and he's running stride for stride for these guys. So the little small details, being able to transition from man. He's really good in his man coverages. Now we just have to hone him up and tighten him up on his zone coverages and being able to transition from one thing to the next.
Is there any difference between when you played in the NFL and today, and how does that affect how you coach some of these guys?
Well, for me, it's not any different because I was in that era where that 5-yard Chuck rule was in place. I was probably one of the guys that they transitioned that movement from. So having an opportunity to play in that system and then being able to get to that 5 yards, get your hands off and not pulling, tugging on the jersey, especially here at practice because you don't really want to, get those bad habits, but not even injure somebody else. But it is a great opportunity for me to be able to see those things, identify them, and then try to go and coach them up right on the spot versus having to stand to the side and just try to talk to them after the game. But as a coach now versus being an intern, you're able to jump right in and try to correct those things.
Coach,
couple more guys.
in game number 2.
The same thing that we had. Very good tackling. That's really, really important. And competition, being able to compete because these guys, we have a very young group in the back end, and being able to throw them out there and Coach Bag is going to throw a lot of different stuff at them, hopefully, this coming game. So being able to grasp all of that and then go out there and apply it, that's going to be one of the things that we're really going to be looking for, seeing if they can pick it up one more notch. They did really good in the last game. Now let's see it again, and this is going to be over and over and over again, and that's the things that we're harping on out here on the field.
How big is the challenge dealing with this offense during practice? I mean, they're getting baptism by fire, right?
Yeah, and with our wide receivers, they're very fast, they're quick, they're explosive, and you have a quarterback that can put the ball right on the money majority of the time. So for us, when we get into a game, you're not going to see that type of speed throughout the 4 wide receivers on the football field at one time. So to get that practice every single day and then go against versus another team, you can see the big difference of being able to get your hands on the wide receiver and playing tighter coverage and allowing the pass rush to get to the quarterback. So it's really helpful for us, and they're putting us in multiple personnel groupings, so they have to think a lot and then just go out there and just play fast and understand exactly how people are trying to attack them. So that's been one of the great things working with this against this offense on a consistent basis and every day.
Top 3 seem last one, guys. Top 3 seem pretty set with the corners. What have you seen from the guys behind them, some of the younger group?
They're learning, they're getting it, and like you said, I mean, when you look at our whole secondary in itself, everybody is young. I mean, you have Breland 6 years, and you have Fuller a couple of years, T5, Tyron a couple of, but everybody else is 1 or 2 years. So really just getting them to understand how to be professional, but yet still come out here and do it on a consistent basis over and over. And that's one of the things that we're harping on and trying to really get them to understand, because we only have 16 games. It's not like baseball, basketball, or hockey or anything. We have to be spot on every single play, and just trying to get them to get out of that college mentality and get into the NFL mentality and just being able to apply it every day.